Bascom's trial set for November. Plane skids off runway. Teen saves grandfather from fire. And new oil law coming soon. Bulford, and this is Uncut News. Do you see news happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. Sergeant Dion Bascom's cybercrime trial is set to begin on November 9th. In addition to the multiple multi-million-dollar lawsuits he is currently facing, last week Bascom was slapped with 3 cybercrime charges for his accusations. Meanwhile, it was disclosed in court yesterday that the DPP offered absolutely no reasons for discontinuing the private criminal charge against Crime Chief Wendell Blenheim over statements he made about Bascom. On Wednesday, a Britain Norman Islander plane owned by Jags Aviation ran off the Etteringbang airstrip shortly after landing. According to reports, none of the 10 passengers nor the pilot were injured during the incident. The GCAA is currently investigating the matter. On Wednesday morning, the body of 42-year-old rice farmer Richard Passard was found floating in a trench at Myconey just a day after he had disappeared following a drunken brawl involving 4 persons over a tractor collision. The 3 other men are currently in police custody pending an investigation. The Guyana Suriname ferry service has been discontinued until further notice. According to reports, this is due to a mechanical failure of the second engine of the MV Kanawaima, the vessel that plies this route. There is no word on whether a replacement vessel will be acquired anytime soon. Over 40 field foremen at the Blairmont Sugar Estate went on strike today, calling for fair treatment. The workers say they are upset that 3 junior foremen were given 5% salary increases, which pushes their pay higher than their more experienced colleagues. According to reports, the estate selected only 12 persons to take a test, and it was the 3 employees who passed the test who were given the 5% increase. The field foremen say they are unaware of what criteria was used to select the 12 who caught the opportunity to take the test, nor were they ever given such an opportunity to take a test before. Guyana's prison population has increased to just over 2,000, and this fact deeply troubles the Minister of Home Affairs. According to him, poverty, cultural differences, and people's attitudes are among the factors contributing to crime. Based on earlier reports, the overall prison population at the end of 2021 stood at 1,889. Meanwhile, the recidivism rate, the tendency of a convicted criminal to reoffend, is about 9%, as per admission for the year, and an overall of 13%. Your home is your most valuable asset, so before you sign on the dotted line, call VJs Home Inspections. They are a licensed and insured home inspection company with professionals operating in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, and Westchester County. From electrical and plumbing issues to a leaky roof, if there's a fault in the house, VJs will find it using the latest industry technology, including infrared scanners, HD drones, and more. So if you're buying or selling a home in New York, make the smart choice. Call VJs Home Inspections at 914-513-9356 and tell them Noriko sent you. It might not be robbery season, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home and business through Sheriff Security Service. Sheriff Security offers well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, K-9 services. These people even got drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest, now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today. During the recent distribution of cash handouts to fishermen on the east coast of Demerara, Jagdeo explained that the contract for the expansion of the East Coast Railway embankment from Unity to Sheriff Street has already gone out to tender, and if all things go to plan, the expansion should be completed in the next 2 to 3 years. The multi-million-dollar project is expected to connect with the soon-to-be-constructed East Bank to East Coast Bypass Road. A family of 4 is now homeless after an exploding pressure pot triggered a house fire in Crabwood Creek Quarantine Berbice early this morning. While the family was able to escape, the quick-moving flames did leave one person with several burns about their body. The firefighters were called, but they were unable to save the home in time. On Tuesday, 19-year-old Daquan Jones, a student at Linden Technical Institute, saved his bedridden grandfather from a house fire that left 7 persons, including 5 students, homeless. According to reports, he was at home for lunch break when his grandmother smelled smoke. He then sprang into action, grabbing his grandfather as well as some important documents along the way. Guyana Consumers Association consultant Yog Mahadio has asked the Public Utilities Commission to reduce GWI's reconnection fee from $7,500 to just $100. Mahadio pointed to the fact that Guyanese can hardly afford to pay the reconnection fees set by other utilities companies, even though the fees are much lower. GPL and GT&T fees are set at $3,000 and $1,000 respectively. More so, we are spending billions of taxpayer dollars on improving the system, and the iron content still makes it unusable for many customers. However, GWI's CEO Sheikh Bash said that they need the fees to help pay for the state-owned company's massive debts. On Wednesday night, 37-year-old Alvin Reed, nicknamed Satan, was captured in Anns Grove, East Coast Aurora, after almost 3 years on the run. Reed was mistakenly released from jail back in 2019 when the court ordered him released on a lesser charge, but were unaware that he was to stand trial for the assault and murder of 14-year-old Malika Hamilton at the Hope Canal in 2016. Fortunately, he is back in prison, and unfortunately, the person who made that mistake is probably still in their job. Now for today's oil update. Jagdeo said the government is currently modernizing the Petroleum Exploration and Production Act of 1986, with an aim of instituting it by March of 2023. The act applies to the exploration, extraction, conservation, and management of all of Guyana's petroleum reserves. This is separate from the Natural Resources Fund law that was passed in December 2021. That merely applied to how the money would be spent and managed. While oil exploration has been taking place in Guyana for decades, Exxon was the first to make a commercial discovery. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's Car of the Week. Currently on sale is this 2016 Toyota Crown Athlete. It comes with Bluetooth, mag rims, new tires, TV, CD, stereo, fog lamps, back camera, and much, much more. Buy cash for $9.95 million, or pay as low as $1.99 million down, with around $170,000 monthly for 5 years, and it is yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info. Visit the showrooms at Lot 171 Bidderoshi, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and tell them Noriko sent you for this sweet deal. Are you a truck owner? Pay close attention. Avoid lengthy downtime when your truck broke down. Get high-quality DAF, International, Freightliner, Bedford TM, or Scammell truck parts at the lowest prices at Powered Automotive. Visit them at Lot 1161 EE Eccles, or call them on telephone number 697-0171. Save big on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Guyana. Now for our Uncut News Views Poll Question of the Day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it placed was. Yesterday, I asked about your feelings on Silica City. Do you believe it will truly become a second city for this nation, or will it just be some, rich people's playground or something? Dimitri V says, in regards to Silica City, I really hope that it becomes a second city, because almost everything is in Georgetown, and it's really congested. Having another city on the highway makes it more convenient for people who travel to Guyana, because it's quicker from the airport, and it makes it easier for people who are in Linden, because they could just drive up the highway, and it makes it easier for people who are living all the way up to Grove, because now they have another option for employment and shopping. Very true. If they make it another rich person's playground, that is not going to sit well with Guyanese. Yes, but will Guyanese do something about it? That's the question. And finally, Lash says, my major concern with Silica City is that it becomes just another major housing scheme. Of course, you know how much I hate housing schemes. Housing schemes are great because people really do need homes in this nation. I agree. But when a housing scheme only has houses and no places of work or employment, schools, hospitals, and markets to name a few, it just contributes to the amount of congestion on the roadways and increases the potential of road accidents. And also crime, because if there's no jobs, then of course all the kids around town are just going to lime around doing nothing, smoking weed on the corner until they decide to go and rob poor working people as they try to make it home. Anyway, continuing with your statement, I believe any land development projects like this one should include plans to have the above-mentioned facilities present, along with a mix of different government institutions like a GRA or passport office. I agree, 100%. So, before we get to tonight's question, you can multiply your cash by selling Digicel Top-Up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your current hustle. Look on the top-up vendor quick and easy by linking with Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. Now for tonight's question. What should be done to reduce the number of house fires in this nation? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bulford saying good night, folks.